Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring you this third game from the best of 3 between TJ Ace down here to the south playing Banebow and his opponent up here to the north, 666 Hero playing Victor Heartstriker. So far, both players have taken one win. This is going to be the final game, the best of 3, deciding which one of the two is the better one, who is the Grandmaster. With pretty much a mirror match, a hunter, shadow hunter versus a human hunter. Decks pretty similar. Who will win? Who has the better deck? Who has better luck due to draws? And who fails less? Eroy brings out Wrath of the Forest. That's going to be some death. He's needed desperately. Ace also brings out the Wrath of the Forest. Attacks doing 2 magical damage with Deathmage Thaddeus. Magical damage not able to be negated from the Wrath of the Forest. Eroy's turn. 5 resources, brings out an Armored Sandworm. That's going to be a nice bit of death right there. Eroy doing 2 more damage to Victor Heartstriker with the Thaddeus. Nice move. Attacks with the Brutalist, just trying to get rid of the Wrath of the Forest as soon as possible, even though he doesn't do any damage. The second Brutalist now from TJ Ace. Eroy brings out a Soul Seeker. That's going to be a nice bit of damage right there, plus the Shadow ability. Victor Heartstriker attacking the Banebow. Banebow starting to take some damage. Wrath of the Forest really playing out as a nice card for him. There's a Leyline Nexus getting rid of the Soul Seeker. One Brutalist attacks doing no damage. The other Brutalist attacks doing no damage. Is it enough to get rid of the Wrath of the Forest? Yes, it is. Deathmage Thaddeus attacks doing 2 damage. Victor is down to 20 life. The Armored Sandworm from Victor is still in play. Let's see if it's going to be enough to kill something. There's the trap card again for Eroy. See if Ace is able to be smart enough not bring out a Shadow Knight. There's a Wrath of the Forest just trading off the other one. Not a bad move. Attacks with one Brutalist doing 1 damage. Attacks with Deathmage Thaddeus doing 2 damage. And with the other Brutalist doing 1 damage. Victor is down to 16 life. Eroy's turn. 3 cards in his hand. 5 resources. Will he be forced to start top decking? Armored Sandworm attacks doing 1 damage. There's the Soul Seeker back up for Victor. Nice card. Victor attacks doing 2 damage. No, only 1 damage due to Wrath of the Forest. Ace's turn. Brings out an Inferno Gargoyle, which dies right away due to the trap. Attacks with 1 Brutalist doing 1 damage. Taking 2 in return. But it is a fair trade. Brutalist is not worth crap. Attacks with the other Brutalist doing 1 damage, taking 2 in return. Uses the Banebow Shadow ability, doing 2 damage to both Victor Heartstriker and the Armored Sandworm, doing 2 more damage with the Thaddeus. Will this be a game just like the first? Eroy not able to negate enough damage. His Victor just taking way too much. There's a Shadow ability on the Thaddeus and another trap card. Will Ace be able to win with the few allies he has on the field? Eroy keeps attacking with the Armored Sandworm, the Banebow, but not the allies. Attacks with the Soul Seeker, killing off the Thaddeus though. But there's another Thaddeus doing the 1 damage. But the trap card was used. Thaddeus dies, but he brings out another Thaddeus. Wow! 1 Brutalist attacks doing 1 damage. The other Brutalist attacks doing 1 damage. Victor is now under 10 life. He's at 9 life. Eroy has to do something. Start killing off some allies with his Armored Sandworm. There's the Shadow ability from Victor onto the Thaddeus. Thaddeus is down to 1 life. There's a Pooh and Bloodhelm and a trap card for Eroy. See what Ace brings out. Hopefully a cheap card. What does he have? 8 resources, 4 cards in his hand. Attacks with Brutalist doing 1 damage. Attacks with the other Brutalist doing another damage. Victor's down to 7 life. This is going to be a close game if Eroy wants to turn it around. There's a Sacrifice Lamb killing off one of the Brutalists for 3 cards. More than a fair trade. One of the perfect trades. And he brings out a Bad Wolf first. Oh, he dies. There's a Poison Arrow onto the Pooh and Bloodhelm. Will not die right away, but eventually it will. Eroy's turn. Brings out a Poison Arrow on the Brutalist. Probably a waste of a Poison Arrow, actually. Brutalists aren't worth crap. Sand Serpent attacks, finally getting rid of the Wrath of the Forest for Banebow. Banebow, with 9 resources, brings out the Inferno Gargoyle, another Inferno Gargoyle, and a third Inferno Gargoyle. Wow! That is a nice, tanky, beefy force he has on the field right now. I do not know what Eroy wants to do against it. A retreat, probably the best thing he could have done. Either that or a supernova. The Sandworm attacks the Banebow. Banebow down to 19 life. A poison arrow onto the Infernal Gargoyle. Pretty much a waste. It will only be taking 0 damage each turn. 2 damage from the Infernal Gargoyle. Banebow uses his Shadow ability. Victor is down to 1 life. Can Ace, there's the Soul Seeker, and TJ Ace wins. Takes this best of 3. Able to burst Victor down so hard. Wow. GG. TJ Ace, the better of the 2 right here in this best of 3. My name has been BeyondCereal, and I will see you next time.